Beer tubers, it's Ryan back with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Today we're looking at Green Flash Brewing Company's Hophead Red. This is a typical American style red ale, but as is the Green Flash tradition, they're going to hop it up, and hop it up more than most red ales out there. I know there's a few like Trogue's Nugget Nectar that are like really hoppy reds. This one's got to be up there. There's a few more around town like Port Brewing, Shark Bite, and Stone's the Leviathan. I haven't had those in a long time, so maybe I'll get to those eventually to compare them to, but I was at the brewery this past weekend, so I picked up some of this. So I know it's at least no more than 1 month old, so I'm still using this glass. I'm sorry, I don't use it enough. And I figure, well, a red ale is going to hold up fairly well in this glass. So unlike the Irish style, this one's got a lot of hops. The ABV is towards the high end of the range for the style. It's at 6.4% ABV. And as a amber slash red ale, this is pretty red. It's definitely on the amber side, darker red. Good amount of carbonation coming off the bottom of it. Ended up getting a 3-finger head. Probably wouldn't get this type of head in a different glass, but a lot of small bubbles going on there. Should stick around real nicely. Probably due to the reflection of the color of the malt. This one's looking like to be a off-white head. Let's get the aroma on it. Oh yeah, this is, they say it's dry hopped with Amarillo hops, and I used Amarillo hops in my recent homebrew. Made sure I smelled them before I put them into the boil, and as far as I remember, this is exactly what Amarillo hop smells like. Just a huge resiny citrus smell on it. You get like a lot of resinous, but then that like a really nice kind of grapefruit citrus aroma comes into play. And that's pretty much all I'm getting on this beer. I'm sure there's maybe some malt if I poured a thinner head, but amazing smelling beer. Yeah, resiny citrus hops, big time on this beer. So let's dig in. Cheers. So with this one, you definitely get the hops up front. I believe it's around 45 IBUs or so, so it's not quite hopped up like an IPA, but for a red ale, it's definitely up there as far as IBUs go. And this one, you get that resiny citric hop notes going right in front, and then you get a nice caramel malt backbone coming into play in the back end to push the hops away and just have a nice smooth finish on it. But still a very hop forward beer. The hops are there, front of the tongue, midway of the tongue, and towards the back end. They're still there. It's just, there's just enough of that sweetness from the malt to come in at the very end to kind of clean it out. It leaves a very dry finish on your mouth. This beer is leaving some excellent lacing as well. So as I'm sipping on Hophead Red, it's really hard to imagine this is only 45 IBUs. It drinks way higher than that. I mean, this seems like a 70 IBU beer. There's a ton of hops in it. The aroma, you can't get through the aroma of the hops. You just blast you in the face. Very nice smelling beer. And then when you drink it, you keep waiting for some of that sweetness to come into play to kind of help balance it out. And while it does to a certain extent, it still drinks like a lighter pale ale, India pale ale, if you will, type of beer. This is completely different from a lot of reds out there. On the label it says they use a bucket load of Amarillo hops to dry hop this thing, and they must have, because this is unbelievably hoppy for 45 IBUs. Get this one as fresh as you can. Unfortunately, I think they only do dating on their cases, but This one's drinking really fresh, which is great because I did go to the brewery to get it. Hop lovers, you're gonna love this beer. This is the West Coast IPA. I don't know which one would be more, I guess the West Coast would probably be a little more their flagship beer, but no, this one's right behind it. It's a very well done, hop forward American beer. So Hophead Red's getting an A- for me. This is an excellent beer. It's on the lower end of being an excellent beer. I wish there was a little bit more of a malt backbone going on it, but if you're a hophead, you're gonna love this one. Big time hop forward. Big time aroma on this one and flavors. Not the most bitter beer, but at 45 IBUs it drinks way higher. I love Amarillo hops, nice citrusy flavor. Got a little resiny as well with this one. Another excellent beer from Green Flash. Please comment and subscribe. Thanks for checking out my review of Hophead Red. Cheers.